Hi, everybody. I'm Sam, and hey, just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm 22, and I've been married for 6 months to that guy in the pink shirt over there. And I have a 10-month-old baby girl in the stroller. Yay, her name's Avery. And I'm just here to tell you a little bit about my life, my story, I guess. And I'm not here to tell you, I'm here to tell you what not to do, I guess. But not here to lecture you or scare you into making any decisions, but just to tell you a little bit about some of the life lessons that I've learned the past year and a half. I was raised in a Christian family. I was homeschooled. I went to a Christian college. And so, to be honest, being a virgin wasn't very hard for me. Most of my friends were, and I just assumed that I'd wait till marriage to have sex. And so when I was about 19, almost 20, I kind of went on a rebellious streak. And I was living away from home for about a year, and I've been dating this guy for about a year and a half, and he was my first love. And you know, I just thought, I'm tired of being Miss Goody Two-Shoes and Miss Innocent. And you know, I bought into this lie that I don't want you guys to buy into, that was, if I'm going to lose my virginity, I might as well give it to somebody I love. Because, you know, we loved each other, and, you know, he was a virgin too, so it would be okay. So we slept together, and I lost my virginity to him, and about a month later, it turned out he lied to me, and he didn't love me because he cheated on me, and he wasn't a virgin either. So the whole thing was shot, and I mean, I was really let down because I'd given him all of myself, and it hurt me tremendously. And it took me a long time to come back from that because I felt so betrayed because I'd given him everything. And so about a year went by, and I came here to Lynchburg to go to Liberty University. And yeah, I'm graduating in a week. Thanks. And so I came up here to go to Liberty, and that's where I met PJ, my husband. And he was from Atlanta, just like me. We were the same major, so we had a lot of things in common. And we started dating, and I bought into lie number 2, and that was that I'm already not a virgin, so why wait any longer? So PJ and I slept together, and it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I was kind of over the whole thing. I was drinking, and nothing seemed like a big deal anymore. And so now I'm in my junior year of college here at Liberty. PJ and I have been dating for 9 months, and I'm just kind of coasting along in my classes. Nothing's going wonderful, but nothing's going awful. And in November, a lot of weird things started happening. I was throwing up, my period's late, and I'm freaking out. I mean, this is not happening to me. I've got my life in order. I've got goals. I'm finishing college. I want to have a career, and I'm pregnant. And I took like 5 tests. They all said the same thing. I mean, I even called. I was like, the line is very faint. I'm not sure if this is really positive. She's like, honey, if there's 2 lines, you're done. You're pregnant. And I'm like, no. So I'm freaking out. And me and PJ, we go to Blue Ridge Pregnancy Center, which is actually right here in downtown Lynchburg, right by the hospital, because I just thought, I'm not going to believe this until somebody official tells me I'm pregnant. And sure enough, she gave me the same test I took at home, and it was the same result. And I'm laughing about it now because I'm so happy that I have my baby girl. But then it was a huge deal for me. And I actually thought that my baby was probably going to die because I cried so hard and for so long that I thought my stomach's just going to close up and I'm going to lose my baby because I can't even control myself. I'm so torn up. Because here I am, a Christian girl. I go to a Christian school. Okay, I've come from a Christian family. This isn't supposed to happen to me. I'm not even supposed to be having sex in the first place. And so I told my mom, and she took it a lot better than I thought. But I was still just confused about what I was going to do. I thought maybe I might even get kicked out of school. So at the time, I just thought, in order to deal with this whole situation, I'll solve everything and I'll give my baby up for adoption. Because that's a win-win for everybody. Then I can get on with my life, and I don't have to marry PJ, and I don't have to deal with a baby, and somehow everything will go back to normal, and I can graduate from college and everything will be fine. And PJ didn't really agree with me on this. He didn't want to give the baby up for adoption. And so we broke up, and I moved home to Atlanta, and I decided to do online classes. And I just thought, everything's going to be fine if I can just get through this. But God had other plans in store for my life. And I mean, she's right there crawling on the table. You can see kind of what happened. God led me right up to the point of looking at family profiles to pick out the family for my baby before he changed everything. And to make a long story short, I decided to keep Avery when I was 7 months pregnant, and PJ and I got back together, and I had her on July 1st, 2009, and PJ and I got engaged August of 2009, and we got married in November, so it's kind of fast. But I say all that to say that I've experienced what it's like to have a really bad result from having sex outside of marriage. Because if this could have gone the way it should have gone, I'm doing everything backwards, is what I'm trying to say. I had a baby, got married, graduated from college, when the way it should have been was I graduated from college, got married, had a baby. But, God works through people's mistakes, and that's what's awesome about God, and that he doesn't give up on us even when we mess up, and he actually ends up making everything way better than you ever thought in the end. And that's what happened in my case, because I got to have my baby, and I got married, and now I'm even graduating from college, which is something I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do, so I feel super happy about that. But I guess my advice to all of you and my thoughts on the whole situation is just that I want you to learn from my mistakes, okay? You don't have to get pregnant to realize I shouldn't have sex in the first place. And maybe you can learn a little bit about my life, from my life experiences, you can learn a little bit about what to do in your life. And to rewind the whole thing, I wouldn't say, well, you should use condoms, or you should be on birth control. That way you won't get pregnant and everything will be fine. I'm here to say maybe you should make the choice not to have sex before you get married, because sex is going to lead you to decisions you're not ready to make, whether or not you should give up a baby for adoption, how you're going to tell your significant other how many are on your list, how you might tell your partner someday that you have an STD from a sexual experience. There's a lot of bad results that can end up happening for making the decision to have sex before you're ready and before you're married. And you don't even have to, if you choose to not have sex before you're married, you never even have to have the conversation with your significant other that starts with, I wish I had, or I'm really sorry to tell you this, but, because then you're whole and you're pure and you're here to say, I waited for you and I don't have anything to apologize for. And to those of you who have messed up, maybe like me, where, you've lost your virginity and you think, well, it's all downhill from here, which is kind of how I felt. What's the point in waiting now? I've already lost my virginity. There still is a point, because God can give you a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance too. But you don't have to give up altogether if you've messed up before, because God's forgiven you, and you forgive yourself and you move on and say, I can give myself a new start, and I can start today and say no. And I also want to encourage you to wait for the person who says, I'm committed to you, to says, I do, when you're on the aisle at the altar. Wait for that person, because that person only comes around once in a lifetime. But the guy or the girl who says, I love you, they'll come and go in your life. It's easy to say, I love you, but it's not as easy to say, I'm committed to you till death do us part. So I just encourage all you guys tonight and girls, wait till you're married, because it's going to save you a lot of tears and a lot of pain and a lot of regrets. And if you haven't waited, then today's a great day to make the commitment to start waiting. And thanks so much for listening to my story. And thanks.